Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to this week's Marvel. Hang on a minute, this is DC. Welcome to this week's DC Weekly News. I'm standing in for McKinley this week, so let's jump straight into it. Will Smith spoke about Jared Leto on the set of Suicide Squad, and he said he never actually met Jared Leto. He only ever met the Joker. He said, "We've never said hello. We've never said good day. I've only ever spoke to him as Deadshot and him as the Joker. I literally have not met him yet." So that's pretty cool, you know. He seems pretty hyped for Jared Leto as the Joker. So, guys, if it's New York Comic Con, and if you're like me, you're not there. So let me give you the lowdown on and what happened. And DC went in hard, right? So the marketing team is doing an amazing job. Lex Luthor provided free Wi-Fi at the event. There was also little figures of Lex Luthor and Nightmare Batman there on screen for you. LexCorp also has a website and a YouTube channel which they announced their new OS on, and Eisenberg also spoke about his role as Lex Luthor and said it won't be anything like Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor. He said, so different. It is a real psychological underpinnings, and this movie character feels like a real scary person. A new image of him was also released, and there's a Fortune magazine interview with him, not Eisenberg, but there's a Fortune magazine interview with Lex Luthor. This marketing team doing really well on it. It is an amazing interview. You should go read it. Now on to the Trinity, and new images have surfaced, and they look glorious. Well, Superman is pretty meh on how he looks, but Batman, the white eyes are glorious. You know, this is something as geeks we've been waiting for. Also, Wonder Woman looks amazing. She and the cloak is really nice. Speaking of Wonder Woman, Den of Geek came out with it's only a rumor, but there will be 3 time periods in the Wonder Woman film. The first setting is Themyscira, then the next one is the Themyscira in the 1940s. Then the second period is World War One, 1916 to be specific, and then modern day, where the events will tie into Justice League Part 1. So that's out at the end of 2017. Now, sticking with Den of Geek rumours, they said that the costume for the Flash will be tech based. So like, you know, it's nothing like the TV Flash. It's very tech based, like an armor. So think more Injustice Gods Among Us. And also, according to THR, Seth Grahame-Smith is in negotiations to make his feature debut with the Flash. He will also write the script, so that's pretty cool. We're going to jump onto animated films now, and The Killing Joke could be rated R. This is going to be pretty hardcore because, you know, not many rated R animated films that I think of anyway. James Tucker told this to everyone at New York Comic Con that they can do this. They've been given the green light to make it a rated R if they want to. Now on to TV, and there is a lot of TV stuff, so I'm just going to plough through here. Gotham is a new promo for episode 4, and Michael Chiklis is certainly making an impression. He puts Jim as his second in command, and he wants to take down the Penguin. I'm saying Michael Chiklis because I don't actually know the character he's playing. Arrow episode 2 gets a new promo, and it looks good. I may have to start watching it again. Anarchy looks like he's up to no good though. He looks like he's gonna bring down a whole load of problems. But it's cool to see Oliver, you know, greener. Basically, I'm gonna start watching it again. Now, we're gonna move on to the Flash, and this is my final chunk of news. So there's been 3 promos that have been released showing us different things, but like they're all pretty linked. Barry learning to harness his new powers and fighting Sand Demon, with the help of Jay Garrick, teaching him everything and taught him about Earth 2 and things like that. And also, Zoom speaks. I'll let you have a little listen. isn't it? Yeah. I'm pretty stoked. Now, Cisco the character also has a Tumblr page if you didn't know, and he updates his Tumblr during the season, and he's just updated. And I'm just going to shorten this all down because it's a long post, but he basically's put that he's testing himself because of what Wells told him about him having a mutant meta ability, so he needs to test himself. It's not going well because he's just burnt down his apartment. So that's it this week for this Marvel movie news. What do you think? Should The Killing Joke be a rated R? What do you think of Superman, the way Superman looks? What do you think of what the Trinity looks like, basically? And also, what do you think about the marketing team? And go read that Fortune magazine, come back here, tell me what you thought of it. I've been Rob, and I'm out.